dispersed spot that we found. I have made a mistake. How's it going, everyone? Dustin here with Cassidy's Adventures. We are in the motel. Should be getting home today, hopefully. In this video, this is our first 2 days camping in the Bighorns. We do a lot of exploring, some off-roading, some dragging my camper in some places that shouldn't be. We see some really nice wildlife and just some epic views. We really enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy it. See you at the end. Well, we've made it to Crazy Woman Canyon Road. We're going to see about finding a dispersed camping area on this potentially. But when we turned on it, it said the road was closed in 7 miles, 7.3 miles or something like that. Don't know what's up with that, but we're at least going to drive the 7 miles of it. Well, boo, everyone. It is, in fact, closed up. Solid. Got a gate across with a padlock. That sucks. Would have been nice for the maps to have something on there about that road being closed, but oh well. It's at least a pretty scenery. I'll show you guys that. Big crane here for some reason. And this is where the road's closed. It goes down there, and then would have went through that canyon over there. The mountains are pretty though. It's windy, chilly, humongous crane sitting here. Alright, gotta see if we can find someplace else. Alright, everyone, we have found us a camp spot in a campground. We've got to unhook real quick and go pay our fee. It's like $10 or something. Pretty cheap. We're going to go take care of that and then set up the camper. Scratch that. We can't make up our minds. We're going back to a dispersed spot that we found. It's got a bit of a view. Maybe. Alright, everyone, we have made it to where we are going to camp for the evening. It's about 7:30 at night, I believe. We already seen some whitetail back there. And let me spin you guys around and let me show you the view we've got. So over there is the whitetail. And this is in front of the truck. Still a pretty view. Here's the truck and the camper. And here's our view. I think that's pretty gorgeous. This road has several dispersed campsites. We have one neighbor over there, but he's pretty darn far away. Look at that view. open this thing up. This really is a pretty campsite.
I really like it.
I think we done good not staying in that campground. There we go. It's gonna be the first night in our new camper. There. I'll get a little better hang of that. Let's look at the view from inside. And there is our view from inside. Can't hate that. Oops, focusing on the screen. Alright, we are going to go ahead and see about getting a little bit of a fire going. Don't have any firewood here, but I brought the old faithful 2x4s. We're just going to get a small fire going. Mosquitoes are definitely abundant now that the wind died down. Whoever the last people were here left some plywood. I don't know if I want to burn that or not with all that glue in it. Might stink. We're both getting hungry. Don't have much in the way to actually cook. I did bring some steak and some potatoes we can make, but the steaks are still frozen. So hopefully we can manage to get those thawed out before this trip's over. So we are going to do bag meals of some sort. I don't know what we have left yet. We just bought these. Pasta Alfredo and teriyaki chicken and rice. And then we have breakfast. Beefy enchilada. Chicken and sausage gumbo. Blend of the Bayou. And King Ranch chicken. Well, it sounds good. We're going to discuss what we want. After some discussion, we've decided we are going to split this King Ranch chicken. It doesn't say what it is on the front, but it's got chicken, white rice, cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup, and Rotel tomatoes. All in there. Cheddar cheese and onions. Sounds good. We're going to split this, and if we want more, we've got some chips and stuff to eat. We also forgot that we brought some soup. We got some soup we can have one of these nights. We gotta boil some water. Put that in there and let it sit for 10 minutes. And that's all there is to it. 1 1/4 cups. Don't have a measuring cup or a 1 1/4 cup deal, but I got a 1 cup deal from the Jet Boil that I'm gonna use. There's 1 cup. And a little bit. That'll work. would have been a good laugh, babe. Oh, the wife setting our chairs up. She went to sit in it and didn't quite have it set up all the way. Almost busted her butt. Hopefully there's enough gas in this one to get the water boiling. And we are boiling. Now we let her sit 10 minutes. It tastes good. It feels kind of good.
Oh, it's too close with my bare legs.
This is peaceful. So peaceful. I think it stays lighter here longer than it does at home. It's gotta be 9. It's gotta be 9 o'clock. I don't know. I could be way off. Supper is served. I just realized that the steaks are thawed out. I could have cooked those tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. Say Grace. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, we're just going to eat it out of the bag to save dishes, and we're going to share a fork.
So why not?
Yeah, because why not? Ooh, that smells good.
Give me that fork.
Zinger, don't get first bite.
I'm Zinger.
That's pretty good. Tell me what you think. A little awkward trying to eat out of the bag.
You don't want to waste it.
That's pretty good. I'm telling you guys, this Mamoo's Camp Kitchen guy, I think he's got these freezer meals down pat. I mean, that's about as good as home cooking as you can have, as close to home cooking as you can have out of a bag, I'd say.
It was really good flavor.
It's really good flavor. All right, we're going to eat this meal and let the fire burn down and enjoy this view. Boosh. We really should have took the plastic off this mattress. It's noisy. We are basically in for the evening tonight, folks. 44.6 degrees outside, 53 in here. We're going to sleep without heat. Hopefully we stay warm. Don't know how cold it's supposed to get. Don't have a clue. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It got colder than we expected. We didn't really know what to expect, I don't guess. As you've seen there, that was 40 in our camper and 33 out here. which is a little bit below freezing because we have some ice on the truck. Got ice on the hood and the bed cover. It is so gorgeous out here. There was clouds over that mountain range right there, or over that mountain right there. We didn't see the snow on the peak. So gorgeous. Got this view back here. Sunrise. Man, it's pretty. Good morning, everyone.
I was looking at the sun.
I didn't know we were winter camping.
Me either.
Definitely cooler than we expected, but according to the guy, we are at 8,000 feet, so we didn't prepare, but we're excited and we're having a blast already. Coffee time. Coffee. It's been a long time since I made coffee in one of these, and we don't really remember how long to let it percolate, but we are going to call it good. I don't really even know how much I made. That was a good guess, about 2 full cups. Problem is, I left our condiments back here behind the stove. Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
So beautiful. Thank the good Lord. Tastes like coffee. Good stuff. My wife's up there getting pictures. Hello. All right, everyone, we had our coffee, kind of walking around and whatnot. We're all hooked up and ready to go. We got to run back down into town, which is about 30 minutes, grab some gas, and make a plan. We think we're potentially going to go drive the Scenic Byway, but don't rightly know exactly how far away it is from here. We'll find out. Not even a quarter mile from camp and we already stopped to look. Couldn't see this from camp, and it was cloudy when we pulled in yesterday. Wow. Look at that. Right over there is the peak we could see from camp that had the snow. Had no idea this was over there. So gorgeous. Cloud Peak Scenic Byway. But we're fixing to head down, and we're going to see if Crazy Woman Canyon Road is closed on the other end. If it's not, we're going to check that out. Stay tuned. Gotta pull over at the overlooks. So beautiful. Loaf Mountain is one of those. This is the Loaf Mountain Overlook. What a pretty little stream. Couldn't not stop and get out for a minute. I mean, I had a pull-off spot and everything. This is kind of odd. Anybody knows what that's for? Nothing up there besides sky. It's a pretty stream. And if the person wanted to, we can definitely back this little camper in right here. We could easily camp right here. There's another odd carving in a tree. Does anybody know what these are about? I don't know if you can see it or not. Right up there is a lookout tower. Turn down this road just for the heck of it, and seeing that as a possibility after we turn on this road. So here we go. This is pretty awesome, folks. Pretty awesome. There's the lookout tower, and the view from up here is absolutely amazing. I will spin you guys around and let you look, and then we'll walk up to that lookout tower. I mean, you guys probably already seen the view from the footage just then coming up the hill from the 360 camera, but is that not just gorgeous? There's the fire tower. Looks like maybe it has a toilet. Phones just do no justice, or cameras I should say. Look at that view. Got the snow-covered mountains. Peaks, rather. Wow. Was this not gorgeous?
This is cool.
Never expected this. What's cool about this fire tower, for those of you who don't know, is it is actually available to rent, to stay in. That would be pretty awesome to spend the night up here just to have these views. This would be so cool. It looks like it's got something underneath of it. Huh. Wonder what that is. Excuse the microphone, I don't have my wind buff on there. There it is. It's like somebody has left a coat in there. Otherwise it is unoccupied. Have a couple of chairs, some candles, table, a gas stove. Cool. And just views after views from inside there, obviously. We are at about 9,600 feet according to Gaia and Onyx. I have no idea how accurate those are, but it is definitely up here. There's the road we came up. That's some pretty neat rock formations here. That one almost looks like it's been hand piled. These rock formations are pretty neat. And over there is the scenic byway that we were on, turned off of. We will be going over that hill in a little bit. Found a bush you did not want to fall into. You're all over these rocks. Ouch. We got company. Not a care in the world that we're over here. We were watching a YouTube fella the other day, Tiny Cabin Life, I believe. Tiny Cabin Life we were watching, and seeing that he went to some chapel in Wyoming, and the wife happened to see it on the map that we was basically going to be going right by it, so why not stop and see it? And here it is. St. Christopher's Chapel. There wasn't any signage with history or anything. It's pretty neat. The gate's noisy. I wonder if they have any services here. About to fall down over here, tripping over rocks and stuff. Well, everyone, that was an adventure to the cross. Now what do we do? Ow! Truck just zapped me. That's what that camera jerk was about. It's a beautiful lake, though. Look at that view. Right by a, well, Lakeview Campground is what it's called. Checking out our options. We are still on the Cloud Peak Scenic Byway, I believe is what it was called. Highway 16, and we had to pull over here at what they call Vista Point. Is that right? Yep, Vista Point. It is beautiful. We got these cliffs over here, that side of the road. And we got all this over here. There's gravel roads down in there that would be fantastic to take. Looks like there's a camper set up over there. And then we have this view out this way. And it's just gorgeous. It's a bit hazy today, so you can't see on out there. Beautiful. Yet another gorgeous view. All the way around. Oh, this was interesting. There's supposed to be a monument up on the rim, it says, in this canyon. I have no idea where. You guys can pause and read that if you'd like. But somewhere up here on the rim, it says there's supposed to be a 10-foot square base. That was loud. 10-foot square base monument with a marble inscripted meal memorializing this fellow that apparently fell off the cliff and died. We went from wild-looking snow-capped mountains to whatever these red mountains are. Almost looks like Egyptian pyramids over there. And then over here you got white-looking. So different. Well, after a long, boring drive after that beautiful canyon, wow, the scenery drastically changed and it got rather flat and hot. We were following the road back around to do the Bighorn Scenic Byway. Bighorn Scenic Byway. And the mountains coming in from the west side like this are drastically different than when we come in from the east side. Coming in from the east side, mountains were all green and lush and pointy. These over here are more flat and dirt, red rock looking. Anxious to see how this byway is though. And just like that, we're going into a canyon. First thing. Much better. We got a pretty gorgeous pull off here. Gorgeous view. Vastly different than the other byway so far. We're actually going to be going up there and over, apparently. Seen a path that come down to the water, and you know what? Just had to take it. Check it out. My wife is stranded up there. She's afraid to come down that slick dirt hill. Look at this. A nice canyon. Beautiful water. Beautiful creek. A river. It's like a river. I don't know. Let's see. Holy smokes. That is some cold water. Whew. I don't think it'd take long to get hypothermic in that mess. Whew, that's cold. That would be a terrible spot to fall and bust your butt. Another beautiful pull off. This canyon coming down over here. If I can pick it up or not. There it is. The river's actually down in that canyon. Going down through there. have made a mistake. The Onyx map that I was using, I highlighted like easy to moderate trails or something like that to try to weed out the ones I didn't want to take my Nissan and this camper down. And I've wound up going down one. As you can tell, it started off pretty decent, but yeah. Like you can't tell in the camera, but this is pretty off camber, and that's a pretty good sized rock right there. And then as soon as you go around that turn, it turns into a bunch of these big rocks. And this Frontier don't have much clearance, nor does that camper. Working with bone stock stuff, and the camper, it has off-road tires, but it's not necessarily an off-road camper. So I'm gonna try to turn this mess around. Well, we got turned around and got out of that difficult spot.
Barely.
Barely. I did drag the camper, banged it on a couple of rocks coming out of there, but nothing looked bent, nothing looked broke. So now we just got to get back out the rest of this little 2-lane dirt road and go see if we can find a spot to camp. First moose of the trip. He doesn't seem too awful concerned about us. Or she, whatever it is. It's a little one. Cool. And the wife spotted some elk. Three of them. Another one just stepped out from behind them. 4 of them.
Yep.
That'll be 4 elk for the trip so far. That's pretty awesome. Well, like the wife said, everything kind of happens for a reason. If I hadn't have took that trail and had to turn around and do all that mess, we might not have seen any of that wildlife. Now we've seen our first moose and 5. It turned out there was 5 elk there. Another one stepped out from behind the trees. We like it. Moose number 3, number 2. Moose number 2. Dandy moose. Yeah, it's getting late. We still don't have camp. Well, everyone, finding a dispersed camping spot in this particular area of the Bighorn National Forest is proving to be more difficult than we thought it would be. Yes, there are people everywhere, and this is supposed to be one of the, not the super populated visiting type place compared to like national parks and stuff. But we're trying. We might have to. We did see a campground with a couple of open spots. We might have to snag one of those. Well, we found us a campsite at a campground. One of the spots that we thought was open here. We actually done a circle and found a little better spot for a campground. It's not too bad. I'll spin you guys around. It's not a terrible campground. There's another open spot there. And this neighbor is not too close. Got the picnic table. And when we pulled up here, there was a deer right here in the grass. So the other campsites we were looking at in this campground were right next to the gravel road. So this is better for a campground. It'll do. Just gotta go get it paid for now. There's our camper and our campsite, and there is a deer in the campsite. All right, we got the site paid for, got the camper parked, got the deer. Where are you at? Right over there still. We're gonna get the camper solided up and probably get a fire built and then start on some supper. It's late. It's after 9 o'clock, so yeah. We got the fire going. It wasn't too bad. The stuff set up on the table, fixing to start cooking. Got a couple of small steaks I'm going to cook up first. And I don't know, you want some potatoes with them? And some potatoes. If you're going to have instant mashed potatoes, you might as well have Idahoan instant mashed potatoes. Dinner is served, folks. We're going to say grace, eat this meal, and I'll see you when we go to bed. Hey, look, we can stand up in it.
It's wonderful.
Last night was a pretty good night, our first night in the camper. Not too bad.
Chilly.
Other than getting cold. We're basically in for the night. Supper, the potatoes were good. The meat tasted okay. It was chewy. Other than that, it was all right. We're going to get dressed for bed and see you guys in the morning. Well, what did you guys think of that video? We just, like I said, we had a blast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody who did watch. If you did like it, hit the old like and subscribe button. As I said before, this is Cassidy's Adventures. I do mostly camping, but sometimes I do the wife and I's adventures as well. This time it just happens to include camping for several nights on this one. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned next week. There's some more camping, more epic views. We might not even stay in Wyoming the whole time. Stay tuned to find out. Thanks, guys.